'Tis the season for thank you cards. Hey guys, Mayflom here, and I want to share with you a fun little card here. Now you could do this in lots of different formats. I'm working with 4¼ by 5½ inch base, putting some 4 by 5¼ inch pattern paper on top and a big old sticker. If you don't have a sticker, you could use a die cut, you could use a stamp, you could use whatever you want, use whatever you have got. And I'm a really big fan of that. So I like to put this big base sticker just off to the side. There'll be a few little bits that we're going to trim off, a few little bits going to be covered up. That's okay. Now my next step is going to be taking some ribbon and putting some tape runner down on that piece of ribbon and putting it, basically what I'm looking for is a little bit overflow on either side. What I'm going to do, I'm working on a card front, so this is going to get put onto a card base, which means these little edges of ribbon tucked over the end will get covered up, which means this is the best way for me to handle this ribbon. I just love it. I think it looks so much fun. My next step is stamps. So I just stamped with some black ink and cut out. I like to do this in batches, so I have a couple to work with. And then what I am going to do, here's a tip. I love to use white paper because then it'll work. White paper, black ink, I can make work on anything. In this case, though, I'm getting a little brown ink out and just kind of with that foam blending tool, rubbing it around a little, making it have a little more of an antique look. And you can see there's quite a difference there. So you go either way. I'm just liking the antique look for this kind of a vintage feel, kind of a card. So to put this on, I'm going to use some foam adhesive. I think that having a little bit of pop works out well, and I intend to hand deliver this card. I already know who this one's going to. So I know that adding things like dimension or buttons or things, not a problem because it's going to be hand delivered. Same goes for if you're putting it in with a package, in a box, etc., then you don't have to worry about the dimensional stuff. Go ahead and add it. However, you could be done right here. You could set this down. This card is good to go as it is. If you want to add more, though, I'm going to go for it with some festive fall buttons and bits and things. These are from a 28 Lilac Lane bottle brand of embellishments, and just going to kind of tuck a few here and there on the ribbon. I'm using the ribbon to base my design off of because I want to have lots of fun things going on, but I don't want chaos. We want to carefully cultivate that chaos. So you can see from this design, you could easily block this out to be a lot of different things. You could also remove the large flower element entirely, just have a piece of ribbon, the thank you, and some little buttons and sequins and things. So many options. All right, so then I had to go one step further with my texture and add some stitching. So when I'm stitching on cards, I like to pre-punch the holes, and you can see there are little holes I'm working from. I just find this to be much easier. And then the other thing that I do is I don't tie knots on the back. Instead, before and then after, I just put a little bit of tape, or in this case, tape runner, because here's the thing, it's going to be glued onto a card base, so we want it nice and flat. And the thread won't pull out. It'll be totally fine with that tape, as you can see right there that I've got. So a lot of fun options here, a lot of creative fun. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions or any requests for future card videos, be sure to let me know. I'll see you next time.